So apparently this is an older video, but I haven't seen it yet, and watching it is truly heartbreaking, and it makes you realize that there are people with good intentions, but when they have these intentions, sometimes they think that they're working for the greater good, but in reality they're causing more pain and more hurt. And this is an old video. This was back in 2015, but it just started making the rounds again. And I want to do a video on it because you see so many people acting as if they're trying to help out the greater good, but in reality, they're doing the opposite. In reality, they're doing the opposite. And I feel like these activists right here who are trying to steal a homeless man's puppy because they say that the dog being homeless is the dog being mistreated. But the person's homeless, so the dog lives with the person. If the person, like, that's his family, that's his dog, that's and this is in France. So, but it's just crazy to me that you can just blatantly come up and take someone's dog like that. Think of how heartbreaking that is. You found your little buddy, and then all of a sudden, these people think that they can tell you what to do. And these activists, right here, you see the homeless man is on the ground, and I think the girl's grabbing the puppy. One of them are grabbing the puppy from him. Yeah. You see the dog. The dog's howling. The guy's going crazy. Like, no, you're taking my dog. You're taking my dog. Can you believe that people saying that they're working for the greater good, people who are trying to do things to help people, you think that they're trying to help people, or at least they claim that they're helping people, but look at what they're doing. You are going out of your way to take a homeless man's dog who probably doesn't have much going for him other than that damn dog anyway. Other than that damn dog, what else does he have going on anyway? That's a dog. But I just don't understand people. You can't even empathize to a point and say that, okay, yeah, sure, the dog's probably going to be in the weather dealing with things, but it has a companion. And that's kind of the point of dogs, right? Dogs give us a companion. I mean, we've selectively bred dogs, specific breeds of dogs, literally for companionship. And that's what dogs are. Dogs like us as companions. We like dogs as companions. But you're going to take, like, you're being cruel to the dog too, because the dog doesn't give a shit about being in a house or not. He wants to be with his owner. That's what he wants to be with. He wants to be with his owner. That's just crazy to me. Now, there was an article, because I had to find out, like, what the hell happened? What's the deal with all of this? And there's an article on it, and this was back in 2015. And the good news is the puppy was brought back to the homeless man, and the homeless man did get to have his puppy back. Stolen dog returned safely with broken-hearted homeless man. Animal rights activists took this man's dog. The man who stole the dog was charged, and the homeless man and his puppy were reunited. Finally, some good news. A young puppy was forcefully stolen on the streets of Paris last month and was finally restored to his carer, a loving homeless guy. On Friday, the puppy was returned with, I thought the video was from 2015 though. Well, we'll have to double check that too, because some of the math on these aren't happening. But as long as it's accurate and the man got his damn dog back, because as I was scrolling through Reddit and I saw this video and I was like, man, that pulled on my heartstrings so much I had to do its own dedicated video. In the footage, activists from Cause Animal Nord can be seen pushing and shoving the man aside in order to snatch the puppy away. Both man and dog were manhandled and can be heard wailing during the traumatic encounter. Sad. Video of the incident quickly swept across the internet late September and brought worldwide attention to this unjust seizure. In the footage, activists from Cause Animale, I don't know how you say it in French, Nord, can be seen pushing and shoving a man aside in order to snatch the puppy away. Both the man and dog were manhandled and can be heard wailing during the encounter. A petition to return the dog to his rightful owner received over 80,000 signatures within a few hours of the video being posted on Facebook. Today, the numbers have risen to more than 240,000. Of course, because we're humans and we get it. We get it. You just stole one of his family members. A petition to oh no, the dog's not your family member. To some people, they fucking are, man. A petition to return the dog to his owner received over 80,000 signatures within a few hours of the video being posted to Facebook. Today, the numbers have risen more than 240,000. Although that petition, because here's the video right here. And this video was done in 2015. So there's no telling when exactly this was, but it's just started streaming again. Or going again because I saw it on Reddit, and I had never seen this before. But now we're getting the updates, and you see this is back in 2015. So this is an older video. But it's still, needless to say, it's happened, and people think that they're doing the greater good by hurting people and taking their dog. You took your dog away, dude. A disturbing video shows what they were doing. Activists from Cause Nord, from his puppy. He subsequently abandons his few belongings to pursue them, but is unable to catch up. Ugh. Nowhere does the group's mandate stipulate that it has the right to remove an animal without warning. That's what they did by violently attacking a homeless person to remove his puppy around the Châtelet area of Paris. The petition reads, to justify this act of extreme violence, I wouldn't say it was extreme violence. I mean, they just took the dog, but you know. They allege that the homeless person is a Roma male gypsy and that the animal was drugged. It hadn't been vaccinated or had ID and was malnourished. The dog was drugged? What did he drug the dog with? I mean, you know. Critics later noted that within a few hours of the incident, the group had posted an adoption listing on Facebook for a dog believed to be the stolen one in the video. A caption noted, we took it from a Roma who was begging. But the posting has since been removed. And they even went online trying to find him a happy home with somebody who can take care of him. But that's a weird perception that you had, that you think that everyone has to live the same way that your perspective is, and you think that everyone has to live like you. But a homeless man obviously is living by his own rules and living in a completely different world than what most of these people are living in, especially people in Paris, France. Oh my God, those bougie assholes. While it's unclear if the dog was actually being mistreated or not, or at least one other local animal welfare group is critical of Blanchard's actions regardless. Gregory Malfait, president of the Animal Protective League, told French media that he was maddened by the incident, adding, cause that Animal Nord took the dog illegally. And yes, and most of us do think that that was the case, and that I'm glad that, you know, it was an older story and it's all been resolved, and now we can chill out a little bit. We can figure it out. We can be like, okay, now the dog got back to its rightful owner. Everything is right in the world. Watch the dog. You got him right back, and then the dude just barbecued the dog as he was fluffing him up because he's a homeless man and he's hungry, and homeless people are hungry. You know that? But all jokes aside, luckily it was a happy story with a happy ending. Homeless man got his dog back. Activists think that they're doing something good for the greater good, I guess, and it ended up biting them in the ass because, I mean, come on, dude. Like, you just stole a homeless man's dog. That's crazy. But with all that being said, guys, try not to do things for the greater good that could be detrimental to your fellow man, because surely you're stacking these bricks that are going to help build the empire of great, organized everything. There's no more suffering in the world, which is what everybody's trying, not everybody, but a lot of people are trying to do, eliminate all suffering in the world, which obviously you can't do that. But you want to try, and that's what people are doing. But while they're trying to alleviate the stress of people suffering, you made already people suffering. A homeless person, I believe, is already suffering, even if they're living there intentionally. It's not like American homeless people are a little different than like Indian homeless people in a sense that a lot of the American homeless people, not all, have decided to live that lifestyle. As opposed to India, you're kind of born in that position, and not just India. That's just an example. Well, yeah, and the homeless people are already suffering as it is, and the homeless people all over the world have dogs. Of course, we are humans. We're companions. We're social animals, and so are dogs. So we have to socialize with each other. But while you're trying to alleviate the world of its suffering, I think it's more important for us to make sure that we're not creating more suffering while we're trying to alleviate the suffering.